But I've got quite a dramatic story of the first time I ever took acid was the first time I ever smelled tear gas. So on the same night, I was at a riot, and it was my first time ever experiencing acid, and that was outrage. Like one or the other, I advise anybody. It was unbelievably
what, acid or tear
traumatic.
gas?
Yeah, acid or tear gas. Don't combine that party. It was like one of the most, it's memorable to this day. It's one of the most insane times of my life. So there's that sort of, again, why I suggest, like, don't go
Where
to
was
town.
Where is acid and tear gas?
Go place, Penticton Peach Fest riots of 1991.
It was that the first time?
No, that's the first time I took acid. Yeah,
Okay.
People are interested in that. You think that Canadians riot only for hockey games, but it was MC Hammer decided not to play his concert, and about 3,000 disgruntled ticket holders went bananas in this small town and ended up rolling a lemonade stand into the local beach, and the police went bananas and took away everyone's oxygen. And I was a party to that downtown at a time when I was blitzed out of my mind. Yeah, it's quite I'm not going to further bore your blogosphere with that story, but it's just like, don't take acid and then smell tear gas. It was utterly traumatic. Like,
did you start screaming? Did you
no?
get
Ari, let me close the whole story for you. It's like one of the reasons I most like telling it, and of course it would be such a contrast to the American mind. Like, imagine me, I'm an 18-year-old kid, I'm like literally paralyzed with like not able to tell the difference between a curb and a cliff, just like couldn't run.
You can't see?
Like I could see, but I was just like, everything that was dark looked like a black hole, and I was in fear of moving quickly. I was in that like sort of, trying to figure out the world I was in. I was being chaperoned by my best friend, who in the most Canadian way stayed sober. We bought 2 tabs of acid. He did it the night before. I did it this night. And, we were kind of like reality hosts for each other.
Oh, nice.
And again, like, I so enjoy telling this, just the American contrast. And I try and, like, when I'm telling a British audience about it, they're in the same way. They're not, they don't have the same adversarial behavior with their police, but they're like, apprehensive towards their police. There's suspicion with their police. And I can only tell you how, like, I'm not proud of Canada's behavior in the global community right now in many different columns and aspects, but like, I still hold proudly in my life that as an 18-year-old kid, ripped out of my mind on acid in the midst of a riot, utterly terrified, me and my sober buddy Shane looked each other in the eye, realizing how incapable I would be to run with the herd away from the acid, or away from the tear gas. We just had a quick, like, what should we do? And we decided, Ari, in the most insane universe, to go to the police. Unreal, Ari. We ended. What? We like walked to. There's the whole city or town, Penticton. People can look this up on the internet. Was cordoned off with like riot cops had come into town, and they had all the corners, all their cop cars poked ass to ass, and cops in front of them with their full riot gear protecting their own equipment. And we walked down a long side street, like I'm talking, like just shuffling along with our hand out, saying, "Please don't hit us! Like please don't hit us!" Trying to approach their police line, and a cop came out of the police line. This guy, like I always describe him as like a minute and a half from retirement, right? The most Canadian cop you can possibly imagine. He had a big walrus mustache, bigger than mine, older guy, put up his big, the visor, had the long truncheon, and he walked up towards us and just, I'll never forget this as long as I live. It's one of my favorite impressions to do, Ari. You just said, "I don't want to hit you. I wish none of this was happening. If you come and sit on my police car, I will make sure that nobody hits you tonight."
What?
And we waited out a riot, me pinned out of my mind on acid, on the front hood of a cop car.
What?
Behind the cop. Yeah. Oh, Canada, my home and native land. Just, you cannot that's an unquantifiable bit of Canada that you just like, that's where we're at, right? Like, thank you, sir, because I was really in a bad way there.
Wow.
And of course, as anybody listening would imagine, we didn't tell them I was high on acid.
It's probably the best idea.
We kept that little secret to ourselves, and that's I'm
a little freaked out because there's tear gas around. You see?
Yeah, type of thing. Yeah, that's why I'm
that.
all red and my eyes are watering, sir.